The Adventures of Speedy and Creedy, Mrs. Smith's Kitchen, by Tracy Lamont. In the daily life of caterpillars, there lives two funny characters. Their names are Speedy and Creedy Caterpillar. It was a warm spring day, the kind of day your windows are open, a soft breeze rolling in, and the sun shining. Speedy and Creedy started their day off together and were out for a walk. They both loved to take strolls in their neighborhood. Do you like to take walks? To their surprise, as they were enjoying their walk, they saw their favorite neighbor, Mrs. Smith.
"Hello and good morning, Mrs. Smith,"
said Speedy.
"How are you today?"
asked Creedy.
"Well, it's a fine spring morning indeed,"
replied Mrs. Smith. She was going in the opposite direction and had somewhere to go.
"You boys have a nice day and mind your manners."
Both nodded and answered,
"Yes, ma'am,"
and continued on their way. Speedy said to Creedy,
"Let's race to the corner."
Well, Creedy knew he ran faster, so he agreed.
"Okay, you're on."
They started racing, and as they turned the corner, they both stopped short. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. Smoke was coming out of Mrs. Smith's house. It appeared to be from the kitchen. Creedy and Speedy had just passed Mrs. Smith. Why would there be smoke? They decided to rush over to the house to see what the trouble was. They looked in the kitchen window, and to their surprise, smoke was billowing out of the oven, and you could see flames. Speedy and Creedy looked at each other. They knew what to do. Mrs. Smith kept a phone outside near her garden. Creedy grabbed the phone and dialed 911. The operator confirmed the address and what the problem was. Before they knew it, the fire department arrived. The firemen hurried to the rear of the house with their hose where Speedy and Creedy had directed them. Luckily, it was a small fire, and the fire department was very glad that Speedy and Creedy had noticed the smoke, or the entire house could have been ruined. The firemen had finished putting the fire out when Mrs. Smith came around the corner.
"Oh no!"
cried Mrs. Smith. She was so upset. The fire marshal came over and explained that Speedy and Creedy had saved her house by acting quickly and dialing 911. The only damage was the kitchen, and it was minor. She couldn't thank everyone enough, especially Speedy and Creedy. The next few days were spent cleaning and repairing the kitchen. The neighbors all helped Mrs. Smith. The stove was replaced, and the wood was donated to rebuild the kitchen. The floor was damaged, and Speedy and Creedy helped with the tile work. Mrs. Smith couldn't wait to use her new stove. She loves to bake and was busy in the kitchen when her neighbors arrived. She had baked apple pie for all to enjoy. The day was pleasant, and everyone enjoyed helping Mrs. Smith complete the cleaning. Her kitchen was finally finished. Hooray! Mrs. Smith thanked everyone for all their help. In addition, Mrs. Smith had a huge party to thank Speedy and Creedy. They were the guests of honor. The entire town was invited, and Speedy and Creedy received medals of honor for their quick decision-making and helping to save Mrs. Smith's house. To this day, Speedy and Creedy make it a point of being good neighbors and continue to help others in their community. The end. Questions to discuss. Do you know your address and telephone number? Do you know how to dial 911 and what it's for? How could we help other people in our community? Do you have elderly people in your neighborhood that might need assistance?